Killjoy, my favorite agent next to Reyna. Usually whenever someone insta-looks Reyna, I just have to play Killjoy just because I like her playstyle, and I feel like making a loadout for Killjoy is also pretty enjoyable just because of a colorway. You have so many options which go pretty well with her. So that's exactly what we are going to do today, and usually Killjoy tends to be pretty easy when it comes to loadouts. Honestly, anything futuristic goes pretty well with her, and with all the recent additions in the past 2 months like Glitch Pop 2.0 or even Prime 2.0, this one should be pretty interesting. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the first skins. And first up we have the knives. Now my favorite knife for Killjoy is the Prime 2.0 Karambit. I feel like this one goes pretty well with her, and the Prime aesthetics overall are just a perfect fit for Killjoy. I feel like the futuristic theme and the colorway are a perfect match with her, so the Prime X is also a solid option. But then we also can't forget the Glitch Pop Dagger, one of the best knives in the game, and I feel like in combination with Killjoy this is also a perfect fit. And then last up for the melees, I feel like the Yellow Blast X knife is also a pretty solid option just because the colorways go hand in hand. For the classic skins we have two pretty nice premium options with the Glitch Pop Classic and the Prime Classic. Both of them go pretty well with her. Again, futuristic theme and colorway goes hand in hand. But if you're looking for a more budget version, we also have two nice skins to choose from. First off, the Surge Classic, the yellow version from the Battle Pass, and for all the OGs who played since the first season, you can also use the Kingdom Classic. I feel like this one is also pretty good on Killjoy. Now for the Shorty skin, my opinion, since the last loadout hasn't changed, I still feel like her own Shorty skin is the best match, but I guess the Aerosol Shorty from the Battle Pass could also go pretty well with her just because I feel like the colorway somewhat match, and just the theme, I feel like it fits Killjoy. I don't know why exactly it isn't futuristic, but for some reason I just like this combination. And then next up, Frenzy skin. Again, we have a huge variety when it comes to Frenzy skins. First off, the Prime Frenzy, my favorite when it comes to Killjoy, but then again, if you don't want to use that, the Glitch Pop Frenzy also works pretty well with her. The golden option I feel like is the best one with her, and just like on the Blast X knife, the Blast X Frenzy is also a pretty good match with Killjoy, mainly because of its colorway. But then let's jump onto a skin for which I feel like there are not too many options in combination with Killjoy. I still think the Ego Ghost is the best match for Killjoy right now. Even though it's not perfect, I still feel like it's the best one in comparison to all the other Ghost skins. I mean, I guess you could also make the Sovereign Ghost or the .X Ghost perfect. They don't necessarily match too good, but it's still good if you want to have more variety than just the Ego Ghost. Now jumping onto the next one for the Sheriff skin, I feel like even though many people dislike the Minima Sheriff or the Minima skins in general, I think the Minima Sheriff in combination with Killjoy is a good combination. But then we also have the Yellow Surge Sheriff from the Battle Pass, which is a pretty good match when it comes to colorways. And I guess you could also use the Iron Sheriff. Even though the colorways don't fit too much, it's still futuristic, and I feel like if you want to have a premium Sheriff, this one is the go-to. For the Stinger, again, there are not too many options. My personal favorite, and in my opinion the best one, is the Yellow Surge Stinger. This one looks pretty good with her, and an alternative to the Surge Stinger would be again the Ego Stinger, the vanilla version. But let's jump onto the most obvious combination together with Killjoy, and that's the Spectre skin. That's the Valorant Ghost Spectre, the Killjoy version. Obviously this one is the perfect match. I mean, I don't even have to explain why. It's literally your own skin, which is awesome, and I really do hope we see more of the Valorant Ghost skins in the future. But then again, if you don't want to use that, you could also go with the Prime Spectre, for example, or even the Blast X Spectre, the yellow version. Those two also go pretty well with her. And then next up for the Bucky skin, I have two choices. First of all, my favorite one is the Prime Bucky together with Killjoy, but then again, if you want to go more budget and if you played since the first season, you could also use the Kingdom Bucky, but I don't feel like too many people have this, so yeah, the Prime Bucky would be the best option. And then next up, the Judge is also pretty easy in my opinion. We only have one good option with the Judge, and that's the Glitch Pop one. I feel like this is pretty good with her. Other than that, I don't feel like there are too many good skins, which isn't bad because the Glitch Pop itself is one of the best Judge skins in my opinion. And the same thing goes for the Bulldog. I feel like the only viable match with Killjoy is the Glitch Pop Bulldog, but other than that, I don't feel like there are too many good fits for her. And even the same thing goes on for the Guardian skin, where the only viable good looking option is the Prime Guardian. You could also use the Ego one, but I feel like not too many people like this, so yeah, the Prime Guardian would be your best option. But the skin variety completely changes with the next one, with the Phantom skins. We have so many different options for a good looking Phantom skin in combination with Killjoy. My favorite Phantom skin for her would be the Prime Phantom, but other than that, you could also use the Glitch Pop, for example. Again, the golden colorway I feel like is the best match. The Yellow Blast X Phantom and Killjoy are also a perfect match. I've said it before, the colorway of Blast X and Killjoy just go hand in hand. And then last up, if you don't want to use that, you could also use the Iron Phantom, for example. This one also works well with her just because of the futuristic theme. And then next up for the Vandal, the variety is pretty similar. First up, we have the Prime Vandal, again my favorite combination just because I personally love the Prime skins. It looks pretty good on Killjoy, but then again, if you don't want to use that, the Glitch Pop Vandal is also a pretty solid option. And I guess you could also use the Ego Vandal, but I feel like in comparison to the Glitch Pop and Prime, Ego doesn't stand a chance in combination with Killjoy. And then next up for the Marshal, I don't feel like there's a good option. Honestly, I don't feel like there's anything that really goes hand in hand with her. I personally use the Sovereign just because I feel like that's the best one out of all of these skins, even though it's not perfect. But when it comes to Operator skins, this is a completely different discussion. We have multiple options for the Operator. First off, my favorite, the Glitch Pop Operator, the golden one. Again, I said it before, the golden one in my opinion the best match for her. A good alternative would be the Iron Operator, even though the colorway doesn't match too good, the theme does. And a third option would be the Minima Operator. Even though I don't like this skin too much, I feel like this one could also work with her. As far as Iris skins go, I feel like the Minima Iris would be a good fit with her just because it's futuristic and you know, it somewhat fits her color theme. But you could also use the Singularity. It doesn't necessarily fit color wise, but then again, it's futuristic as well. So yeah, those are your two options when it comes to Iris skins. And then last up for the Odin skin, we again have two beautiful beautiful options. First of all, my favorite, the Prime Odin in combination with Killjoy. This one looks always good, but then again, you could also use the Glitch Pop Odin, also a pretty good fit for her. And yeah, that's about all the skins for Killjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this loadout and also which agent you want to see next. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I catch you on the next one.